welcome back to the channel. Today we are finally planting the raised beds with the plants that I have. Let me do a little bit of housekeeping here. Sorry. Let's see here. There we go. Okay, sorry. Okay, so today we have some sad plants that are ready to get out into the raised beds. This bed is one of 4, as you can see over there. I would like to make into a perennial herb bed. The rosemary, of course, is not perennial in my area. However, the thyme and the oregano are. So that is pretty exciting to be able to have those year after year. I did start this grouping from seed as well as the basil over here, but I forgot to get my tomatoes and peppers and all of that started, so I had to buy those. Anyway, so what I want to do is go ahead and place the herbs over here, go ahead and get those planted and watered in. Then we need to plant the garlic here in that bed. I forgot to do it when I planted the strawberry crowns. And then over there will be the tomatoes and peppers. Potentially, oh, also onions. And then depending on what we have, I may need to till up a little bit and do some green beans in ground. But it would kind of be nice if I have space, and I probably will in here, to do a couple rows of green beans. But I want to be able to can green beans this year, and you need a lot of green beans to do that. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I will get you guys set up here. Sorry, turn you around. And, oh, there we go. And get you set up. Let's see. Or we could just pull back like this. I'm sorry, guys. I should have done this a little bit earlier, but now you can see a little bit better. So, okay. Like I said, I want herbs in here with the exception of my mojito mint. I definitely do not want that in here. It's going in a little bit of a circular planter that used to be a semi-tire rim. Sorry, let's get you guys going here. Let's see. Now I'm not going to be able to see the chat streaming like it does normally, but I should be able to see pop-ups. Hey, Gary Sue. I am located in zone 6B. 6B. So what about you guys? Where are you located? It's not quite Mother's Day, as you all know. Normally, I leave my planting until after Mother's Day, but with the raised beds, I'm able to get it in a little bit earlier. This is compost also that has just been kind of freshly delivered from the landscaper, and it's pretty good stuff, but there is some refuse in it that you got to kind of go through and get out. So we'll be watching for that as we go. All right, so I want to put some rosemary over here. Hope you guys are crooked. Sorry about that. Here, let me just move you over a little closer. There you go. All right, so we're going to take some of these rosemary plants. I grew 8 of them this year, and I was pretty proud of that because I've never grown rosemary from seed before. And it's always my favorite herb. I don't actually use a ton of it in the kitchen, but I really find that the smell of it is relaxing. So I always wanted to grow it from seed, and this year I was able to. So that was pretty exciting. Anyway, I am just planting these up to the top of the root ball, just like they have it, or just like they are in their little containers. Looks like we got a little bit of clay in here too, but for the most part, this is really nice compost. Pretty soon I'll be doing a lot of weeding and cleaning out the flower beds. I like to wait till spring for those because I have noticed that there are a lot of beneficial insects in these in the plants from the year prior, and I am a big proponent of your beneficial insects, and so I want to make sure that I am doing whatever I can to keep them going strong. We've got a dandelion seed in there. All right. You can tell it's already been a long day when your back is hurting and you're just starting. You're just starting to get your planting done. What are you guys planting in your garden this year? And do you have raised beds or do you have, are you in ground? Okay, so there's the rosemary. Let's see if we can raise you up a little bit and you can see a little better. Here we go. My apologies for moving the camera around. It's kind of hard to get the right angle out here. I haven't actually filmed out here too much before. So anyway, all right. So my thought process is the rosemary should get taller. So I kind of wanted it on this side. And then we'll also just go ahead and put the oregano and the thyme kind of in another row right beside it, and making sure that we differentiate. I'm not going to go crazy with the oregano and thyme. Some of these plants I did actually also grow for one of my best friends, and so I'm going to be able to share with her, which is awesome. But I want to make sure that I leave some really good ones for her, and I only have 4 of the thyme and 4 of the oregano, and I did 8 rosemary because I wanted to be sure that it would stick. So, okay, let's go ahead and put, I remember thyme being kind of more of a low growing plant. So I believe what I will do is over here, this is the south side of this bed. And so over here, I will go ahead and put it here so that it will have a chance to be in full sun. Okay, all right. Okay, let's put the thyme over there. It's a good thing we're getting these in too. I actually started these January 28th. It was way too early, but I was excited. I'm sure you guys have never had that experience before. This one's got a little bit of oregano in there with it. I'll just go ahead and pull that out. There we go. Okay. So my hope with doing these is, like I said, to create a perennial herb garden. But also this year I wanted to try and do something a little bit more unique for Christmas presents for my husband's family. And that was that I wanted to try to grow and dry these herbs and then give them to my husband's parents and grandmother and aunt for Christmas, because, you know, it's kind of like, you know, what do you need? You know, so, you know, I just wanted to do something a little bit unique and something a little bit more thoughtful than just buying gifts. So pretty excited. Okay, let's go ahead, and since we've got the time here, let's do the oregano on this side. We're just gonna, again, just do 2 of them. So watch out and kind of clean out any debris as we find it. It's been raining off and on for like a week, almost a week and a half actually, and boy, I thought it would never end. It was starting to get depressing. But here we are, and we're finally able to plant, and these raised beds have dried out enough that we can do it. So thank God for that. All right. Okay, come here, you little oregano. I have to take him out with my bare hands. I'm going to be gentle. There we go. Ooh, goodness. There we go. Oh my goodness. Look at that. He's doing great. Go ahead and get the other one out. These plants were definitely ready to get out of these. Oh my goodness. Get out of these cells. Oh, goodness gracious. There we go. They're definitely needing their water. Okay, remember, just keep them with the root ball. Don't go too deep. Make sure you press firmly down so that you can kind of help eliminate any air pockets. You don't want that either. All right, very good. And now after we get all of this done, and I put down the soaker hose, I plan to go ahead and mulch this over with some straw, which will break down and feed the rest of these plants. All right, this is looking good. Okay. I have a 2 4-packs of marigolds that I wanted to put in. I normally have marigolds just volunteer, but since we got rid of the in-ground garden, we're not going to have a lot of what we normally have, which is fine. But, you know, it is what it is. Okay, so we've got that, and now we're going to add some chives. We'll go ahead and put these chives on the south side as well so that they get plenty of sun also. Oh, there's a nail. Can't have that in there. Now, I remember that chives are pretty prolific, so we're not going to go too crazy with them. And we do have quite a few onions to plant too, so that's exciting. I might be planting these a little close as well, but there is a method to my madness. Mostly, I want them to basically grow together and kind of form one big clump, if that makes sense. Okay, actually let's get them a little bit closer to the front. And spill over a little bit. That'll be great. Okay, we've got to decide where we want the basil too. Since basil gets pretty tall, I will most likely put it there on the north side, and that way it won't shade anything. Okay. A little bit deeper there. Here we go. Got some pretty large clumps in there. Savannah and Bella are out here to say hi. You can if you stay out here with her. I really got to get these planted.
What are you making?
We're planting chives right now.
Can't you put those on food?
Yep. Okay, very good. Get that guy out of there. She needs a toy. She doesn't have any toys. Okay, all right. So now like I said, I did grow these, and we've got a couple basil here that are pretty puny. They just look kind of weak, you know, a little yellowed out. I don't really have high hopes for them, to be honest. But I did go ahead and repot up these, and they have greened up nicely. I'm very happy with how these have turned out. So we're going to go ahead and plant the weak ones anyway. But, you know, we'll just keep in mind that they may not make it, and that's okay. Whatever we got to do, right? Alrighty. It's amazing what you find in compost. Piece of a tape measure. All right, that's okay. Doesn't matter. This is really good compost. I have bought from this landscaper in the past, and it's just really good. I've been super impressed with the quality of it and how well my plants grow. He just definitely knows what he's doing as far as that goes. Even if there is a little bit of refuse in it every now and then, I'm not worried about that. You know, it's just fine. So let me take you over here to this side. Here we go. I'm setting you in the grass, so hopefully it's not too uneven for you. You can expect perfect cinematography when you're out here with me. Okay. Oh yeah. I probably put this together about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, potted it up again. And so the roots have already gone, you know, down to the bottom of that container. So that's really good. I'll do another. Basil is something I do use a lot of in the kitchen. What's your favorite herbs to use? I about planted this in its container. Wake up, Cynthia. Wake up. It's been a long day, you guys. Bear with me. Okay. We're getting there. Okay. And we're just going to see how they do. They're kind of root bound here, as you can see. We'll tease these out. We'll tease these out just a little bit. They're pretty root bound. But I think being out in the sun will definitely help them. And again, you know, if they don't make it, that's okay. All right. Okay, there is basil, oregano, thyme, rosemary, and chives in our bed here. That is looking good. I'm going to pot the rest of those up for my friend here after a little bit. We need to go ahead and get the garlic planted over here in the strawberry bed. You can see that. I can't believe I forgot to do it. This is some garlic. I believe I got it from Burpee. It's Silver Rose. So that's pretty exciting. I actually planted the same variety over in the other strawberry bed, and it popped up so quick. I was very impressed. So anyway, okay, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna break apart these bulbs. Hi, Mando. You coming to get to work? Okay, all right. We're gonna break apart these bulbs here. And all I'm going to do is plant, hi puppy, hi baby, yes. This is Mando. He is a full Great Pyrenees. He weighs 140 pounds. Okay, so you're gonna take each clove, okay? And you can leave it, and it's, you know, in this paper a little bit. That's just fine, okay? But what you're gonna do is you're gonna break apart each clove from the head, and then you are going to plant it this side down. This is where the roots would come out. This is where the shoot will come out. So that's what we're gonna do. And garlic is super easy because literally all I'm going to do is press it down into the soil. Okay, so I've got 4 so far. Let's see how much we get from the rest of this. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and then we've got this other head. Hi, we got Mando's head. Okay, let's see if I can get this thing open. My back is starting to hurt already. Good grief. Mando, you're getting garlic peel all over you. You don't care, do you? He does not care. All he wants to do is lay around all day. Sometimes in the sun, sometimes in the shade. Get out. No, get out of there. Mando, come on. Get. Good boy. Sorry, you guys. You don't know this, but you're probably, I mean, like, here's my hip. I am about 5'10". So he's a huge dog. So anyway, Mando says hi. Where's everybody from tonight? If anybody's new here, I am gardening in zone 6. All right, here we go. Here's one. So now we've got 9. And I can't see the chat right away, so if I miss anybody, I apologize. There's 10, 11, 12. Oh my goodness. Looks like we got about 6 or 8 more in here. I don't know if you all know this or not, but garlic and strawberry are companion plants, and the scent of the garlic repels bugs. So that is why I am planting garlic right down the center of this strawberry bed. And I did not do a live planting the strawberries, but I did do a long form video that I'll put out here in a few days. So you can see, hopefully they take off. Sweetie, my other dog, had dug up this bed, and she basically destroyed the strawberries that were here. And this one right over here was the only one that was saved. So, you know, it was amazing to me that when I told the landscaper that I needed some, oh, what am I trying to say, you guys? Compost, geez, compost. I was like, I want to be able to save this one strawberry plant because luckily I was able to get crowns of the same variety. So these are all sure crop strawberries in both beds. And so I'm hoping that these take off, because the problem that I had was that when I was finally able to get the compost, I had the strawberry starts that I ordered from Gurney, and they ship in like early March. I had them for, geez, a month and a half. They had been in the fridge. And so the first group was great. They did fine. And I can show you here in a little bit how well that they did. I mean, they've totally taken off. But this last group that should have gone in this bed was moldy. So I was like, well, crap, I can't plant those. So, I mean, perhaps I could have, but I just didn't want to chance it. Anyway, okay, so we have, well, I lost count, but that's all right. We're just going to go ahead along here and press them down about 1 inch to 2 inches in the soil and cover them over. Okay, and they will do great. So that is all we're doing. I've got a little strawberry plant here, which you can't see, but so I'm trying to watch out for those. But these will do great, and they will help deter insects. Mando, what are you doing? He's digging in the brush pile. All right. Where did that strawberry go? It's so hard to see right now. I think I see it. I'm not actually sure. Oh no. Woo. What, do you have like a rabbit in there or something? Okay, remember, this rough side is what goes down. The pointy side goes up. Up towards the sun. I don't know why I bother to pull out that, to pull out the dandelion seed. It's just gonna blow right back in there. Here's another strawberry. I did already water this in, so it's kind of muddy. I'm trying to be careful to not cover up the crowns. Okay, we are going to have a good amount left. So that is awesome. We can put it in with the herbs. Ooh, just got a strawberry crown. Oh no. Be careful, little guy. There we go. Okay, and again, sorry if I've missed anyone's chat. I certainly don't mean to. I do like to chat with you guys and hang out. But I had forgotten that when I film horizontally like this, I cannot see the chat. It just kind of pops up and then leaves. So, you know, you might have to say something a couple times before I see it. And also, since I'm working, I can't just, you know, pop over and watch the chat nonstop. So, okay. Let's go ahead and take, whoop, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I believe, left. I think what I will do is go ahead and take them and place them here in this, the west side here of this raised bed. Let me do a little cleanup here, just a moment, and we will get those in and then be able to move on. Once I'm finished here with you guys, we'll go ahead and get the get them watered. So I certainly do not want to forget to water them. My tomatoes and the mint are definitely looking sad. Okay, you can kind of see here, if you see what I'm doing. See, you can see the rough end, and you can even see the shoot coming out right there. Sorry, it's not focused. But we're just going to go ahead and place them down like that. Just like this. I don't know if you can see me. No, you can't. I apologize. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. You should be able to see it. Now, and I will definitely need to mark this garlic. I have some flags that I could put up. That would be helpful. All right, and so now I'm just going to cover these back over, just like that, and the garlic is planted. Oh my goodness. Okay, I will take one of these flags here and just kind of mark it like this. Excuse me. And like that to show that that's where the garlic is. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cover this strawberry bed one more time with garden fence. And as you saw, the reason I'm doing this is because, as you saw, Mando likes to lay in it. And we don't want that. So just very gently placing this on top until I can figure out a way to kind of keep them out of it. So if anybody has any tips on that, on keeping the dogs out of the raised beds, I would be truly grateful. I had thought about doing, you know, like that wire trellisy type fence where you can kind of just stick it in and it makes like a little fence around. Well, I couldn't hardly find any. The stuff I did find had to be shipped in, and it was really pricey, surprisingly. So I didn't really want to do that. My next idea was to take some sticks and kind of go around the inside of the bed, and then take some jute twine and then just kind of rope it off a little bit if you think that that would work. Sorry, you guys, the sun's right in your guys' eye. I apologize. So anyway, yeah, I think that might work. But you know, all I can do is try. So anyway, all right, let me get you guys turned around and we can see where we're gonna put everything else. All right. Okay. So we are finished with the herbs. We just have, excuse me, here we go, this tray left. And this right here is the planter that I was showing you that I had mint in last year and that I will have it in again. You can see here and here and here, it is actually coming back. So I should probably just leave it. But I really wanted to get this different type of mint. So bear with me here. I'll get you turned around, although that sure is a pretty view. Prettier than watching me work, I would venture to say. But okay, so, oh shoot, I left that little cultivator I had. Ooh, there we go. All right, bear with me, folks. I'm gonna go grab that. I would like to do some watermelon this year. I thought about doing it in the raised bed, but I'm just not sure if that's really what I want to do. Okay, anyway, I'm not going to break this all up completely, although it looks like it. Basically, all I'm going to do here is get it to where I can put a hole in it. Mint is incredibly hardy, and it grows like fire. So I am only going to plant 2 in here, And this planter, I'm not kidding you guys, will be huge. Like it will fill, these two plants will fill this entire planter, and it will be glorious. And we will have plenty for our mojitos. I say that and then I never make any. Although we did do it one year and I was like, this is awesome. We need to keep doing it. Okay, this one, look at this poor guy. Needs some water badly. I see we've got some more people on. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad you all could make it. Appreciate it. Okay, these need to be a little bit deeper. We're only going here to the root ball. That's where we're going to be level. So anyway, I appreciate you guys popping on. Say hi. Let me know where you're from. I am gardening in Illinois, Zone 6. I have not had to replace this mint. This is probably, oh goodness, I'll bet it's been 3 years in this planter with the same plant. And like I said, it was about time. It didn't seem like it really wanted to come back, so we're going ahead and planting some fresh. And then we know we'll have some. So, okay, there's that. And again, I'm going to water everything in here as soon as we get going. Now, moving on to this raised bed. You can see it here. Let me just turn you around so I can see what you see. There we go. This is going to be tomatoes, peppers, marigolds, and onions. Perhaps more if we can fit it in. I wanted to do zucchini, but I just don't know if I want to mess with it. We have squash bugs here really, really bad, as well as the squash vine borer. And in my opinion, it just kind of makes it not worth it to mess with it. But okay, so turn your back around. There we go. Okay. Now, can you guys see everything okay? All right, we'll start down there at that end. Okay, so the tomatoes that I got are indeterminate, which means, and don't be scared that this looks like this. I will water it and it will come back. But that means that they get really big and they need to be staked. So again, since this bed, this is the north side of this bed, over here is the south. Since they get large like this, we're going to want these tomatoes towards the back of this bed or on the north side so that they don't shade anything from getting full sun. So we're going to go ahead and put this guy right here. And I do have some tomato cages. Ew, what is that? A ball? Okay. Looks like a hacky sack. I'll get that out of there. With a tomato, okay, here's another little tip. You want to bury them deep. So I am going to pull off these leaves from this guy. And I will leave these top two on, okay? But I'm going to take him and I'm going to bury him absolutely as deep as I can, because all these little hairs, I don't know if you can see them on there, all these little hairs will turn into roots. Okay, so this is a Wisconsin 55. I have never grown this variety before, but it had good things to say. So I'm hoping that it will be good. All right, so let's get him out of here and see how deep we can get him to go. All right, that looks great. Okay, and remember, we're covering him up as deep as we can. You can even mound it up a little bit. Some people dig a trench. You know what? We'll do that on this one. We'll dig a trench and we'll lay it on its side so that you can see what other people do. And I will show you in later videos some updates on how these will grow and really thrive. Really thrive in those conditions. So, all right, let's see. Poor little guy, he desperately needs a drink. Okay, so I want them to be in line with this one. But we don't even have to go deep with this one. We will just dig a trench and lay them on its side. Oh my goodness, what is that? Looks like a mass of roots. That would actually probably be really good for the soil. So we will keep that in there. All right. He's not even that big, so we don't even need to go that deep. Okay. All right, so we're gonna carefully remove these little side shoots. Oop, that was a tomato plant. You know what? That's a full-on tomato plant. We'll plant that one by itself. Look at that. 2 for the price of 1. That's awesome. Try to get these off of here without damaging the plant too much. Okay, so again, we're going to take them off. And then we're going to lay this in its trench and grow it from its side. All right, can you guys see? We're laying it down there. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can. There we go. And I will go ahead and I will support these leaves, but I'm going to cover this over just like this. And this tomato plant will not only recover from its little needing a drink there, its little drought, but it will grow roots all along that stem. And it will be happier for it. Okay, so now we've got this little guy. I wasn't planning on a third one. Where can we put him? Let's go down here. Don't know if you can see that or not. He's just a little guy, but he will do very well. I generally don't plant before Mother's Day, but it's Sunday and Mother's Day is Sunday. So this Tuesday, we've got just a few days and the forecast actually looked pretty decent. So I was like, you know what, let's do it. They need to be in the ground. Okay, so get my gloves off for this. This is going to be requiring a gentle touch. There we go. All right. Press them down in there. Okay, so now I don't have enough tomato cages, but that's all right. We'll get it figured out. Okay. There. Okay. Now for the peppers, they will get tall, but obviously not as big as the tomatoes. I have 4 pepper plants, I believe, or is it 3? Let me show you. We have a giant Marconi. He's looking pretty good. Then we have a baby yellow. And this one was supposed to be sweet. Actually, all of these are supposed to be sweet. I'm growing the peppers for the kids. They really enjoy them. And then this one is the mandarin. It's just a regular bell pepper. So let's go ahead and put the peppers. We'll just put all 3 of them along the east end of the bed here. You can kind of see that. And just for looks, we'll go yellow, red, yellow. We'll put the larger one over here. And the little ones over here on this side. So okay, and the giant Marconi, and then we'll put this one here. Okay. Where is my... Okay, there it is. Don't worry. Okay. Okay, so for first is the mandarin. Go ahead and dig him just pot height. He's not the same as the tomato in that you don't want to be burying him too deep. So we will not do that. Gently. These are some good root balls. That's really great. All right. Just level with the root balls all you want. Press it down. Okay, and now the giant Marconi. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Sorry, I'm breathing into the microphone. I apologize, you guys. It's warm out here and I'm kind of tired. It's been a long day, but it doesn't matter. You got to get stuff done when you got to do it. My grandmother used to say, keep on keeping on. You got to get the work done, even when you don't feel like it. Especially when, you know, we've paid the money for these plants that we didn't get to grow, and we've put time and effort in the ones we did get to grow. And so you don't want to waste that, you know, you just got to do whatever it takes. Okay. Now we've got left just the marigolds. Marigolds are very beneficial to a garden. They repel pests, and they also bring in beneficial insects, and the beneficial insects eat the bad insects. So it's a win-win for everybody. So what I'm going to do here is I will go ahead and plant one in between each here, in between the peppers, and then I will put one alongside in front of each tomato plant. They will kind of get overshadowed a little bit, but marigolds are very hardy and they will not mind. They will get plenty of sun in where they're going. So, and actually, just to be on the safe side and actually maximize sunlight and the beneficial nature of the marigold, instead of putting them on the north side, I will put them on the south side of the tomatoes. And then that way they can help whatever's in the rest of the bed. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll put 3 in the center here. Whoop, sorry guys. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can. You can. Okay. We'll put 3 in the center, and there we go. That's a little bit better. In front of each tomato plant, and then in that way we'll get some use out of all of it. Okay. I'm not going to get too close to the tomato plant because the tomato will get very, very large. And these aren't necessarily any type of special marigold. They are a safari mix, which kind of makes me think that they're African. So there's African and French. I don't necessarily know the difference of them too much, except that one of them is better than the other for its beneficial qualities, but they still are both really good. So it's really not going to matter what you get, unless you really want to study it out, which is super fun. I do recommend it. Okay. And then we'll just put one of these. Oh, we've got some grass shooting up. Get that guy out of there. Put this one over here by this poor little tomato. I don't know if you can see him in the screen, but he's pretty sad. But I'm telling you, you guys, tomatoes are so crazy tough that he will perk up and he will be just as strong as any of them. Okay, so we'll just take this one out. Put him right here. Okay. All right, so now we have 3 marigolds left. We may as well go place them over with the herbs. And if we decide we want to use them later, then we certainly can. We can move them. They're easy to move and just transplant wherever you want. So, okay, so just for keeping them happy, we will go ahead and put them, we'll put them over here by the basil. I think that would be nice. Let's scoot these guys out of the way. We'll just stick them right here in front of the basils. And maybe it'll help these puny ones, but I would imagine that they're fine. Ooh, what do we got here? Piece of wood. Not necessarily a bad thing, but not something I really want in the top of the bed. But it's okay. Okay, we're gonna put there, there, and here. All right. Now there will be more planted in these beds as the days go on. Oh, you know what I haven't planted yet? I have not planted the onions, and I was going to do that on the other side of the, I was going to plant those on the south side of the peppers and the tomatoes. Now this might take a minute because with onions, when you buy them from the store, they're kind of growing in groups, but you don't just